Preparation is the first segment on our Turning Bowls DVD. In this segment, we look at finding the center of mass of our bowl blank. And we look at how to determine which is going to be the top and which will be the bottom or outside of the bowl. And I'll show you a simple trick that I learned that helps get a bowl blank mounted on the lathe straight and easily. We'll look at why rounding a blank off before turning is a smart idea. We'll show you how to do layout that you can actually see, and the simple cuts that make rounding a bowl much safer. We'll look at some basic things you can do to be safe while turning a bowl. We'll look at some of the common tools used for turning bowls. We'll show you what to look for when you're using them, and even provide some tips on using them better and safer. And we'll even look at how maintaining your tool rest can make you a better bowl turner. We'll tell you how to shape the bottom of your bowl to make it more stable on more surfaces, and how to cut a recess for the chuck with simple tools. Of course, there's a lot of sanding involved, and we look at doing that safely. And we see why it's important to do so much to the outside of the bowl before we turn it around to cut the inside. Along the way, I'll show you some ways to prevent hurting yourself that I've discovered along the way. We'll even look at how your recess should fit on a chuck so you can mount it safely. Turning the inside of a bowl is very different from turning the outside. Here again, we'll look at some of the more common tools that are used in turning the inside of a bowl and some tips on how to use them effectively. And we'll look at how you make use of those bent up ends on a bowl turning tool rest. And we'll show you a very simple way of preventing the very common accident of accidentally turning the bottom out of your bowl. A lot of turners start out with one of the smaller lathes, and that certainly doesn't mean that you can't turn a bowl. All of the principles and techniques of turning a bowl apply to large and small lathes. I added a whole section to this video where we turn a 10-inch bowl on a Jet 1014. I'll even use the exact same tools that I used on the big lathe to show you that there's not that much difference. And I'll even show you how you don't actually have to be doing something wrong to have something go wrong. In the finishing segment, I'll show you how to apply and how not to apply one of the very popular friction polishes. I'll even show you how to get some extra mileage out of your old socks. And finally, we'll take a good look at the Beal buffing system. I think once you see what this buffing system can do, you'll see why I like it so much. I should warn you though that once you start buffing things, it's hard to stop. If you get yourself familiar with these two finishing techniques, there's very few turning projects that you can't finish.